Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Hard Knock Media Podcasting Network, that's NOC, as in Nerds of Color, proudly presents to you the fucking Do It Cast, featuring Brandon Chalmers and me, Jamie Noguchi. Tonight, we are talking about one thing and one thing only: Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I'm glad you took that, because I genuinely don't have the fucking energy. I was definitely like, if you asked me to do that one, I was going to be digging deep for that one.
I decided we should just jump into it because
it's a good, like, let's put it this way. I didn't even bother to grab myself a beverage for this. That's how fucking like, oh boy. All right, let's do this thing.
Yeah, it's been awful.
Yeah.
It's not even just since Friday. It's been awful for a while now.
Yeah, but like, and then there was the added fun of today with hearings, and then the thing about the prayer, and just anyway.
All right.
Let's address this very quickly. This will be an Obi-Wan Kenobi chat. This will be a spoiler-filled Obi-Wan Kenobi chat.
Yes.
If you are looking for commentary about what's going on and or not hearing about Obi-Wan and not having it spoiled, do us a favor. We love you. We appreciate your listenership. We appreciate your fandom. We appreciate just you in general. Go finish Obi-Wan. Come on back and come hang out. If you're looking for the commentary, this week ain't going to be it. I think we could all use a break. I know, especially I could. I can't speak for Jamie, but I'm betting he probably could too.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about anything but reality. So prepare yourselves. Know that we appreciate you. And now the actual podcast.
Well, before we get into it, the one thing I will say as someone who draws comics for a living, when life happens hard, it's difficult to say, like, you know, well, what do you do? Well, I draw comics, and sometimes art is the only thing that can keep you sane. Like, and I'm sure everyone's experienced this during the panorama. Like, you've turned to your favorite shows, your favorite songs, your favorite pieces of music, your favorite artwork. So if you're a creator and you're struggling with it, just remember that thing that you're creating, that song, that comic, that stupid little fan drawing that you think is not a big deal. Someone out there is going to appreciate that, and when times are tough for them, they'll have that little piece of something to help motivate them. So keep going. This is as much for me as for everyone else out there, because it's been I have been on the struggle bus for 2 fucking years. But it's worth it. So just keep going. It's important to you. It's important to someone out there. So, and they might not be vocal about it. Like, you're never going to know you might not ever know who your greatest fan is.
Yeah.
But someone out there appreciates what you're doing. So do the thing.
Can agree. The sun's going to rise either way. You should get up with it.
All right. Yeah. All right. So we're going to do this the way we do all of our reviews, which is way too long. We're going to give our initial thought. We're going to go episode by episode.
Okay. I'm going to need like recaps or something like that for these episodes, because I assume just finished it.
I just finished it, but now like all of the episodes have blended into each other. So and then I was like, well, they're going to have descriptors on the Disney Plus page. Nuh-uh. The Disney Plus page, every episode is part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. And the descriptor is Obi-Wan goes to do a thing. And it's a sentence. And I'm like, that is not helpful for a review.
Right.
So I got the Wikipedia in front of me so we can just go through it. But we'll give like an overall sentence, and then we'll go into deep spoilers, and then we'll recap at the end whether or not we give it like our final thoughts. So in general, Brandon, how did you like the show?
I am a firm believer, and I have stood on this soapbox time and time again. All Star Wars is good Star Wars. I will continue to stand on that box. There were some things that I really loved. There were some things that I once again am reminded that Obi-Wan, much like Superman, much like Goku, none of them have the fucking instinct to save thousands, if not millions of lives by just murking a motherfucker when you had a chance. I am not only do I not have the money, I don't have the moral code that a one Bruce Wayne has.
Are you saying that you shouldn't leave your best friend as Krispy Kreme on Mustafar and then peace out? He's gonna die. It'll be fine.
Doomsday, Zod, Cell, Vegeta. Let's see who else. Let's get into Darth Vader, the Emperor, Darth Maul. Darth. Kylo. Like, look, bottom line is that some of these motherfuckers needed to go, and someone needed to be the adult in the room and go, I don't care if you ended up inadvertently raising him, technically speaking. You ended up actually getting thrust upon you by your old mentor who can't seem to see the forest for the trees and somehow is Everlong, but can't seem to figure out that this guy is actually the bringer of the fucking apocalypse. And once he then actually figured out how to come back from the dead after the fucking high ground, and your bitch ass left him on a fucking burning rock like a douchebag, which, by the way, might be a bigger dick move than actually fucking killing him. And maybe, just maybe, much like the fucking, correspondence dinner that spawned a one Donald fucking Trump, we decided to leave a burning husk of a Metallica video on fucking Mustafar or whatever the fuck he is, and just let him Krispy Kreme his ass over there. Yeah. And then the Emperor flew down and was like, excellent. And then fucking like drug his ass up and then put him right. And then suddenly turned him into a goddamn cyborg superhero. And like Anakin needed any fucking help. He murdered kids for funsies, not once, but twice. Like you couldn't see that shit coming when he murdered all the fucking younglings on Tatooine. Because the sand gets into everything, you racist cunt. And still, somehow, that motherfucker, the most adorable, sweet man who genuinely I would love to hang out with, Ewan McGregor, plays a character which arguably, especially in Clone Wars, is one of my fucking favorites and has one of the most heartbreaking fucking story arcs of anyone across all of Star Wars as a cohesive whole. Still can't bring himself to realize that, by the way, millions of people are dead because this Nazi cunt that you can't seem to finish just continues to take gaspy ass breaths. By the way, why the fuck, when he's fighting, does the breathing not increase speed? Like when he's doing the terrifying fucking like Texas Chainsaw kind of shit, like you're running like a goddamn maniac and he is just same pace, constantly coming. He is the bringer of death. There's nothing that can stand in the way. I get it. The fucking breathing apparatus, it is his chainsaw. It's the bat dragging across the ground. It's the fucking clanging of the knives across the bars. Like it is the sign that your death is imminent. I understand that shit. But when we finally see Darth fucking Vader get in a real, genuine, fast-paced, fucking got your shit cut fight he still doesn't increase his breathing.
That's how you know he's a badass, because a true master can control
my
his
bitch
breath
ass
as he's
Usain
murking
Bolt
motherfuckers.
fucking breathes faster when he's murking motherfuckers on a track.
But Usain Bolt is not a cyborg, and Darth Vader is a cyborg. So they've
look, he's a cyborg in the same sense that really rich quadriplegics are cyborgs. Okay. Yeah. Like I'm sorry to put this way, but he got burnt up and was a little crispy and everything else like that. But to my understanding, the core that is Anakin is still the fucking same. All he did was get fat and bald over time, as near as I can gather.
That's true.
So what the fuck?
The other thing is that Hayden Christensen is not as tall as the original actor who was the suit actor for Darth Vader.
Right.
So whenever they shoot him, it's very far away. And it's like they have him on the apple box, so he's a little bit taller. So
look, I've watched a lot of Tom Cruise movies. Yeah. I'm good with the idea of a guy being a little short. Like, that doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Because I can also do the math of, well, fuck it. If you're going to give him fucking fake legs, you may as well make him 7 foot tall. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Go gadget, lift my shit up. Like, I understand it.
That's a good question. I wasn't paying attention when I was watching it to hear if the breathing was going at the same pace.
I think just toward the end, when he cuts the helmet and everything's exposed, that's when the breathing seems to pick up and everything else. Like when he's straining in the apparatus and he's actually taking in real breath along with other things.
Yeah.
But like, as he's fucking doing the swings and the h's and ahs and fucking nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe Darth Vader doesn't enjoy pizza like I do. Okay. But like, I'm starting to get winded just moving around talking about how that motherfucker ain't getting winded. Right.
It's weird though, because you hear the wheezing out of General Grievous and he's breathing heavy all
and
the time.
Fucking yoked, by the way.
Yeah. So that's a very good point. I've stopped looking to Star Wars for continuity in any stretch of anyone's.
No, that's the problem. So that actually is continuity. They use the same goddamn lame ass fucking sound effect because they're too fucking lazy to pay attention to anything like that.
Yeah. For me, I liked the cast. I love the cast. They're great. Story-wise, I don't know that I gave a shit. I mean, I had fun, but like there were no stakes because
there were no stakes. I remember you and I talked about a fanfic version of something like this.
Yeah,
they got pitched years ago that had nothing to fucking do with the Skywalkers and ended up in the grand showdown between a haggard but really fucking angry Darth Maul.
Mm-hmm.
And Obi-Wan. And when I learned that this is the second you introduce the kids, I'm not worried.
Right.
The second you introduce Vader, I'm also not worried.
Right.
So then I'm like, okay, well, the only people that can fucking die are all of these secondary characters, which means I guess I just don't give a shit about them.
Well, the show doesn't let us give a shit about them because we're staying with the people that we know survive.
Right. So it's like, okay, so the whole scene where Owen and Luke and Beru are all getting fucking chased and hunted, and I'm like, why do I fucking care? Yeah. Why do I fucking care?
Who cares?
Like literally in the middle of that fucking scene, they're fucking like holding their own, doing a whole fucking Waco thing and everything else like that. And I literally got up and went and got a beer. I walked away and got a beer. I was like, what are you doing? And I was like, fuck do I care? What's going to happen?
We know that they turn into Krispy Kreme later.
Right.
Also, nary a stormtrooper dead when they got fried later. And I was like, if Beru's holding it down like that, there should be a helmet or two. A helmet or two.
What I'm hoping is that if they ever shot inside of that house, all you'd see was just bodies.
Yeah,
it would look like a drowning pool video. Like just that.
Let the bodies hit the
God damn it. Now all I want to do is just have nothing but shots of Owen and Baru just in their just a fan representation of them doing all the shots of them actually shooting at her and just nothing but poorly cropped video footage of stormtroopers just falling left and right, set to drowning pools bodies.
Yeah.
Like just as a tribute video.
Whoa, because it made them a badasses, and I was like, damn, right. And all I could think is, great. So these people got fat, lazy, and racist. Yeah, because that's how Luke becomes that way. That's true. All right, let's get into it. Let's go episode by episode. There are 60,
okay. I was gonna say, is that not what we've done?
No.
By all means, let's get into it. Go ahead.
Let's formally get into it. Episode 1. We open with a triggering scene. Order 66. We have before that we have the Jedi doing Jedi kung fu. The kids doing kung fu.
Yeah, which is rad.
I love that.
I wanted more of that Jedi.
Yeah, I wanted more of the Jedi teaching them kung fu. I would not be sad if there was an anthology series where we just have her teaching Jedi kung fu. That's all I need. A whole hour of Jedi kung fu.
I'm here for it. Or like we've talked about before, just an anthology dating series where Kit Fisto tries to explain how his name is not a double entendre, but definitely wants to fuck.
Yeah. Order 66 happens. The timing is poor. The timing is poor. Also, the Stranger Things thing, the timing is poor on that as well.
Is it?
They both came out at the same time, and also
as one of the 14 fucking 100 shootings that happen in America.
Yeah,
it's not poor timing. That's just America.
That's just
like I'm gonna double back on this one. Like the fucking tragedy of the school shootings that have happened. Watching people suddenly go, oh, how could they then? Yeah. And it's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but all that means to me, if you're mad about that, all that tells me is that you don't watch the news.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm not interested in that argument whatsoever.
The latest season of Stranger Things I like it.
Of course,
but also,
it's based around a bunch of fucking children. Of course, they're going to have this happen.
Yeah, I'm watching it. And I'm like, Anyway, back to the Star Wars.
Right. Yeah.
We zoom in on one of the younglings. She's like, what do we do now? And they telegraph it early, but that's going to be Reva.
Right.
They telegraph it early because like there aren't a whole lot of minorities in Star Wars with speaking roles.
You know what? To their credit, at least, or to my obliviousness, I didn't realize it until they did the reveal later on. And I was like, oh shit. She survived, not even realizing even now up until you said it, that she was one of the ones. Because I'm just watching fucking younglings fall. And I was like, God damn, just fucking knocking them down. Just stack them up. Stack them up.
I saw this meme on Twitter. It was like, why do they call her the third sister? And the response was, she's like the third sister in Star Wars.
Wait, hang on. Did anyone get a count?
So we have the stormtrooper who turns good in the the Return of the Jedi. Like, she's one.
Finn's not love interest.
Yeah, Finn's not love interest. And then Rosaria Dawson, but she is playing an alien.
Okay. Yeah, she's Ahsoka, so I guess that counts.
And then Reva. She's literally the third sister.
You know what? Hang on. Can we get a count on the fifth brother? Because if we find out the tri-corner hat, Rose her sister.
Rose, we got Baze and Shoot.
No, it is. And then our best gay uncles. God fucking damn it. That's it. That's it. I think we're done. I think we're done. That's. I think. I don't know how we pull out. Like, what? How do we move forward from that? Like, how do we move forward? I know the boss is going to watch this and correct both of us. At least I hope he is, because otherwise it's going to be a very awkward text message of just like, "Hey, so guys, fuck."
Oh shit. By the way, we invited his ass to come on here and he couldn't make it. He couldn't even make it to his own podcast that are doing an Obi-Wan review.
Yeah, but he's got a genuinely good reason, and
that's true.
Good on him for that.
That's true.
Yeah, I will not let you sully the good name of the boss on this or any other podcast.
But like, the rest of this is not going to get any better. So if you want to turn off the podcast
that's it. Look,
right now,
look, this is a fucking do a cast promise. It will not get any better than that moment just then.
Yeah.
You may as well turn us off. It is all downhill from here. Now we're gonna just review the show.
Yeah.
So fucking let's get after it. Boy howdy. Fuck you. God damn it.
Star Wars.
Why'd they number them? Why did they number them?
Star Wars.
Why did they? I mean, you know what, Jamie? You know what? At least the good thing is now. I guess we're officially not counting the Trade Federation. Like, it's the only thing that
There you go.
I guess that's an improvement now. We've gotten close to a half dozen, so we're good, I suppose.
Oh man. All right. So we open up on Tatooine, desert, sand everywhere. Obi-Wan is making space sushi. We already talked about this scene. I love it. I love the space whale or the space manta ray.
Hang on a second, because there was something that kind of bothered me about that. And this is a kind of a throwaway thing. So clearly after every shift, he seems to be the only one who openly steals.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume he uses the Force to keep anyone from noticing, because there are guards up above. There's people walking by. But yet when it comes time for him to really use the Force, he's like a little bitch who forgets how to ride a bike.
That's true. I was expecting at some point someone would stop him, like the guard dude or like another
confront him. Yes, someone else. Hey, Ben, how about you share?
Yeah. Now that you mentioned,
because you watch, no one else steals.
No one else is stealing, and clearly they need to. Like, they need the money.
They need the fucking money. They need the food.
Yeah, they need the food. They need the money.
Right. So he's stealing. So this way he can buy Luke a spaceship toy.
Yes.
Obi-Wan is the worst deadbeat dad.
That's a good point.
Like, his speeder looks like a 1986 Monte Carlo. Like, that's
even if he's only using the Force to shield it, that's got to be a lot of energy, because it's all them motherfuckers.
Right. He is making his movements invisible to everyone around him.
Yeah.
Because I find it very hard to believe. Like, if you're going to have guards, you're not going to just let them steal. Otherwise, why have guards?
Yeah, that's true. I don't remember the order of events, but the Inquisitors land on Tatooine. They're hunting Jedi.
Right.
They're hunting random Jedi we haven't met before.
Right.
And the Inquisitor says something great, like, you know how you hunt Jedi? You don't. You let them do shit on their own. They can't help it. And I thought his introduction speech was great.
Oh, it absolutely is great. It does bring up an interesting question to me, though. How many fucking Inquisitors are there?
At least 5.
Well, no.
Well, we know there's a 5th brother, so I'm assuming there has to be like a first somebody, a second somebody, a third.
Or they're fucking dead, and we're just naming them like cats.
Like Snowball 1.
Yeah.
Snowball 2.
Yeah.
Snowball 3.
Yeah.
That is another very good question. We see
because the plan that they have once they're on the planet totally makes sense. I get it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look, it's the old fucking oh my God, what the fuck is the state? So MTV used to have a sketch show called The State, and it had a bunch of people who you recognized on it. And they did this whole bit where people are sitting around a table and they're eating this weird blue meat, and they're like, Janet, this blue meat is delicious. What is it? And she's like, oh, it's Muppet. And they're like, Muppet? I didn't expect it to be so tasty. How do you get Muppet? Oh, it's easy. Opens the window. Boy, howdy, I wish somebody could help me tie my shoes. And a fucking puppet comes in through the window, like, hey, how's it? And the husband just runs up and clubs it with a fucking bat.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And
like
it's very similar to that of like, I get the idea that they can't help themselves. Why are they on Tatooine? Other than apparently this outer rim planet is the central hub for all things fucking bad.
It does seem convenient.
Like,
it does seem convenient.
Right. Like, does nothing happen anywhere else?
I would have been
like,
okay if it was Jakku. Like Jakku would
Jakku, Coruscant, Kashyyyk, like
anywhere.
Are they right? Is anyone wandering around the fucking forest with all the Wookiees looking for Jedi? Like,
also, it kind of shrinks the galaxy because apparently this Jedi is one of the stragglers. So if we got 2 Jedi at the same place, that means this galaxy is really small.
Right.
And that's
but we know that's not true.
We know it's not true because we've seen a whole shit ton of other planets.
Right. So what the fuck is going? Do they low jack Jedi? Is that what it is? Like,
yeah, I mean, maybe Tatooine hasn't been touched by the Empire yet, but even that's not true.
Right. Like, the only thing that I can possibly think of is that Jedi emit, I guess, a musk or a scent or a feeling, like the quickening sort of thing, where like the more experienced you are, and because I guess Darth Vader's been fucking goddamn felon Jedi like trees, they were just gonna. But you'd think with like is it one of those like with less Jedi suddenly they start to burn brighter, or is it with less Jedi they just become more and more obscure?
Yeah, it's probably the way they were thinking it is with fewer Jedi, they probably burn brighter. But it doesn't make sense that we would have 2 on the same planet.
Right. So I'm just okay. So we just happen to have 2 Jedi on the same fucking sandy ass rock in the middle of the goddamn galaxy.
Yeah.
That also I would love to know what the fuck, like, do you know what the relation is between Owen and Beru to anyone else in the galaxy?
I do not. I am not that deep a Star Wars nerd.
I need to hang on. I'm going to grab my phone so this way I don't look away. Keep talking, because I'm wondering, like, where is it? Okay, hang on.
Are they part of the, or is it that like the Resistance was on Tatooine? I don't know if that was true either. Because they weren't. They were on some other planet that they found or some shit. I don't know, but I think story-wise, it makes sense. World-wise, there's no reason 2 Jedi should be in the same place.
Right.
So random Jedi runs into Obi-Wan and says, Obi-Wan, what's the deal? You were a hero. Like, why aren't you fighting the Empire? And Obi-Wan's like, my name's Ben, first off. Second off, we did fight. We lost. Go fuck yourself. Goodbye. Because he's done. Obi-Wan is done. All he wants to do is creep on Luke and buy him a shitty toy that doesn't work from a Jawa trader. That's all Obi-Wan wants to do. He wants to be a deadbeat Jedi dad. And
okay,
he's done.
I got backstory. Apparently Attack of the Clones solved this and we just forgot.
Okay.
So when Anakin returns to Tatooine, he discovers that his mother is no longer a slave. She was freed by their owner, Watto. by a moisture farmer named Klieg Lars. Klieg and Shmi have fallen in love and gotten married. Klieg brings Shmi home to his farm to live with his son, Owen. So Owen is technically Luke's stepbrother.
Right. Okay. It's all connected.
That's how this works. It's bullshit family related, but technically somehow Owen and the worst person in the galaxy, both raised by the same woman. Woo! Yippee!
Yay!
Oh.
That makes me feel great.
Right. On the plus side, good for Star Wars for settling the question between nature and nurture. It's like, you guys, congratulations. 5 Asians total, but you guys are tackling the tough shit real easy peasy.
Yay.
Go ahead. Thank God for George Lucas.
Yay! Random Jedi gets killed. We hardly knew him.
Right.
There's that great scene with the Jawa doing this trading stuff.
Right.
I was disappointed we didn't see him for the rest of the show because it was great. It's like he could get you anything. I could get you anything you need.
Wait, hang on. Wait, double back. The first Jedi in the beginning of Obi-Wan, isn't she Asian?
Oh, yes.
That's six.
Six.
It throws away our
Six. There you go.
Six.
All right.
Six.
All right.
I mean, there's an argument to be had that possibly that character was created before her and she's the sixth sister. But
yeah. Oh, and the pilot in Rogue One, he's South Asian. That's
right.
7.
Fuck. All right, never mind. Well, shit, Jamie.
Come on, Johnny. He's Asian too. That's 8.
Okay. All right. Shit. We're damn near at 10.
We almost have a decade.
Thank God.
10
we've
rings.
managed.
We almost
Right.
have
Yeah.
10 rings.
We're almost running out of digits, Jamie. Like,
Jesus Christ.
shit. Ooh, before this thing's out, we may have ourselves a little baker's dozen going on here, huh? Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, more Jawa. We needed more Jawa.
Yes.
They wasted Jawa. Wasted
absolutely.
potential.
The back and forth between him and that Jawa. I genuinely, we could do a 3-camera sitcom with that.
Yeah. If you're going to steal my shit, at least clean it. Dun, dun, dun.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, man. Like Jawas are great. Anytime they show up, it's amusing. The
right.
fucking egg thing in the fucking
great.
Mandalorian.
They're a hell of a lot of, right. Yeah. They end up helping to build the fucking hot rod in the Mandalorian. Like,
yeah, come on, man. More Jawas.
Always more. You know what, though? Here's the concern. If we continue to use Jawas, eventually someone's going to fuck that up. We've managed to treat Jawas like is it better to burn out or fade away? And if right now, we are hot on Jawas.
It's true.
And
we don't want them to be the minions of Star Wars.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. We don't want them like, hey, yeah, and like,
right.
So
yeah, something that's like Jawa Band-Aids. I'm gonna,
just enough Jawa. It keeps us wanting more Jawa.
Just a sprinkle of Jawa.
I forgot. Oh, and then we're done with Tatooine. We go to Alderaan.
Yeah.
Meet young Leia.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
She's delightful and absolutely perfect casting.
We meet is it Luna? I forget her robot's name.
Yeah, I think so.
We meet Luna, adorable pair. We are reintroduced to Bail
Jimmy Smith's the greatest dad in the fucking galaxy.
Smith, yes, the Organa and his wife. What's his wife's name? Lady Organa. The put upon mother.
I love that you suddenly turn them into the millionaire from fucking Gilligan's Island. Like,
yeah. What is her fucking name? They don't have it on this thing.
That's a bad sign.
Yeah. Well,
she's a perfectly serviceable character, but kind of forgettable.
They're lovely. I love them.
Yes, they are delightful.
Leia talks shit about her cousin because her cousin's like blah 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 blah, and Leia's like,
I'm a rich douchebag.
Yeah.
Like,
Leia
all right.
says, you're a puppet. You're afraid of your dad. So you do everything he tells you to. Fuck off. And the cousin's like, well, you're not a real Organa. And she's like, meh.
Yeah, but I mean,
Meh.
also that means that you're not a fucking cunt. So good on you.
Yeah. So Leia gets kidnapped. End of episode 1.
Right. Yeah. And we talked about this in the last, I think it was the last episode, about how people can't run in the fucking forest. They don't know what they're doing.
Yes. That was the worst chase scene I've ever
seen. It was pretty bad.
I was like,
it was pretty bad.
All that Star Wars money and y'all can't.
Look, put you in a bunch of prosthetics and have you run around the fucking Pacific Northwest and see if you do any better. Like, genuinely.
I mean, I would.
You might. I know you talk a big game when you're watching Floor is Lava, but I put some fucking prosthetics on your ass, and I wonder if you would actually be able to navigate your ass through all the fucking branches and whatnots. And
all I'm saying is, and I guess that was the point. It was not a scary scene. I was like, well, first of all, it wasn't scary because we knew that Leia was going to make it.
Right.
But also, it was kind of like,
also,
goofy.
Wasn't she chased by Flea?
That motherfucker did look like Flea.
That is Flea.
It is Flea. Oh my God. I was like, that motherfucker looks familiar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking Flea.
Yeah. He didn't stop. He was addicted to the shindig. Like, that's. Yeah. And he was convinced he was going to win big. And this is why he kidnapped. He had dreams of Californication. He was fucking ready. Looked at the fucking other guys and he was like, get on top.
Yeah. It doesn't end there. It ends with Organa on Tatooine saying, Obi, get my daughter.
Right.
And Obi's like, I'm out of the game. And Organa says, I don't give a fuck. Get my daughter.
Which,
and Obi's like, I guess I'm going to get your daughter.
Right. Like, I find it very hard to believe that a guy with the resources, money, and capability of a one Jimmy Smits doesn't have the ability to put it out there into the world, explain what's going on, have a bunch of people chasing after them, hunt everyone. Like, Leia's a pretty unique looking kid, all things considered. You can figure this shit out. Everybody's got the little fucking 3D hologram jobs or whatever it is. Is there no space ass Amber Alert? Like, did
I think the explanation was he wanted it to keep it on the DL for political reasons.
Oh, that's right. Because he's not allowed to tell everybody that he adopted a kid.
Oh, is that what it was?
I have no idea. I assume somehow, even in space, adoption is looked down upon.
Yeah, but that, to me, that was a dumb shit excuse.
Right, because he clearly doesn't hide Leia because she's presented everywhere else. And eventually, she's a fucking princess.
Well, the cousin knows. Like,
no one's confused. Right.
Blah, 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 blah.
So why not have the authorities called? Why go back to Obi-Wan other than Jimmy Smits hasn't talked to Obi-Wan in a while?
I miss you, Pally. I only talk to you when shit is going bad, but my
I like that Jimmy Smits is every shitty friend who you used to hang out with like forever ago, and then when they blow a tire out, they call you in the middle of fucking nowhere and then ask you to help, or maybe only call you when they need something moved or when they need you to do something for them. Kind of weird, one of those friendships. Anyway, so
I think it would have been interesting if Obi was the last resort, that Organa had sent out all of these people and they fucking failed, and they failed hard.
Right.
And so his last resort is, Obi, I know you said you're out.
Right.
But my best of the best suck bad.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Say it with me. You're my only hope. It's not hard. It's not hard.
Yeah. All of my people suck ass. I'm not using a bounty hunter service because it always comes with strings.
Right. Yeah. Right. I understand how this works. Yeah. I've been a rich tourist in a sketchy part of Mexico. Yeah. I know what it's like.
I guess if they didn't call him, we don't have a show, but
Right,
you're
but
right.
maybe just a little bit of extra effort.
Yeah, just
help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I didn't bother to call anyone else.
Or he's probably got a secret service. If you wanted to keep it on the down low, you have the resources. You have the resources. Obi ain't a PI.
Unless Alderaan's like the Swiss, but I mean, the Swiss even have those guards with the fucking weird axes. The halberds. Thank you. Yeah. So like, I don't get it.
Yeah, that was
like that. And I find it hard to believe that all of Alderaan is just pacifist, because Jimmy Smits, even when he's being great dad, walks around with a bit of a I wish a motherfucker would swagger you don't get that when you operate on such a pacifist fucking planet that you don't have an army.
It feels like
Jimmy Smith's got an army.
Yeah, it feels like a very fuck around, find out kind of planet.
Right.
We're shiny for a reason. We're shiny and we're clean in that creepy kind of way, but also we're in the middle of the forest. So like Jimmy Smith came up fucking chopping wood. Yeah. And Lola, whatever her robot is, it's armed. It has a little fucking buzzsaw. That's not a pacifist thing. You don't put like weapons and shit.
No. That makes sense. Again, logging planet.
Oh, okay.
Practicality.
I take it back. All right. Episode 2 takes place on this.
Jesus fuck, we're only in episode 2?
Yeah.
Holy shit. All right. Let's power through a few of these.
Episode 2 takes place on a planet called Dayu. We've never heard of it, but it looks like
thank God. Look, we finally found another fucking planet. Yeah. Are there any Jedi on this one?
No.
Oh, weird.
There's a fake Jedi. Jedi.
Right.
Kamal and Johnny is like, I'm a fake Jedi.
Right.
/ Eternal.
Great fucking character.
Yeah. He was fun. This episode featured 2 things that I really liked. We had Reva doing Sith parkour, which was great. Over the rooftop, running. And then the spice dealer, the little girl that goes up to Obi-Wan, she says, like, are you looking for something? And he says, looking for my daughter. And she says, I was a daughter once. You're never going to find her. You're never going to get off this planet. Here, have the first one's on me.
Just nothing but settle in, douchebag. This is it.
Yeah. First one's on me. And I was like, the free sample was huge. Like
that's the idea.
Well, like I watched The Wire and my impression of your first sample is like half a dime back.
Walk around.
Thing.
You saw that planet.
That's true.
Is that Planet Baltimore?
No.
Is that Planet Baltimore?
No. Anyway, the sample size was gigantic.
Right. I'm just saying, like, that planet was closer to Neo Tokyo than it was to fucking Baltimore.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so some fucking dilapidated goddamn brick row homes in space, and maybe I'll fucking start buying your shit.
So like the sample size is a fucking grenade. The real thing must be like a brick.
The real thing is like a quarter of that size and it costs a ton. That's the idea. You go on a fucking bender and then you're aching for it. And that's when they draw you in.
And then at the end of this one, Reva stabs the Grand Inquisitor. I forgot why. She stabs him because
he's a douchebag who is basically challenging that she's poor and useless because apparently we need to pile on even more racism and classism inside of the Nazis. To no one's surprise, this Nazi-ass organization looks down upon people who are different. Weirdly, though, the guy with the tri-corner hat, totally fine.
Obi finds Leia. Leia runs away from him immediately because she's like, I don't know you. Goodbye.
Right. Yeah.
I thought that was great.
Right. It absolutely was, because it was like stranger danger. And I hope there are Star Wars parents everywhere who are rethinking their stranger danger thing of like, in the event of kidnapping, break glass. Like there needs to be some sort of like every night before you go to bed, you're like, do you see this man? Denzel Washington. Do you see this man? His name is Creasy. When bad shit happens, Creasy will come for you. I watch Man on Fire. I know who's saving them. I know who's saving them.
Or like a symbol, like this symbol means they're safe or something.
Right.
Something.
Right. Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, wait a second. Do you have a tattoo of a hot dog on your forearm? That's how you know you're safe. Right. The hot dog vendor will come for me. Man, this fucking kid is weird. I think we kidnapped the wrong one.
Yeah. What'd you think of that one? It was fine.
It's fine.
It was fine.
It's fine. I think you hit all the main points. Sith parkour is rad. The world building was kind of neat. Yep. The sad reality of everything was kind of awful. Kumail's fucking outstanding as a character.
It was funny as shit.
Right. It was a nice break through everything. Oh, hang on. Did we have never mind. That's right. We're gonna get to the part with the guy with the train and everything else like that, right?
Yeah. That's actually the next episode. So the next episode, our heroes find themselves on a shit planet. What is it called?
Not Tatooine 2.
It's called the mining planet Mapuzo.
Mapuzo. Okay.
Mapuzo.
Yeah, and so you my Mapuzo.
The Mapuzo used to be a lush garden planet, and now it's been strip mined by the Empire.
Sure. Okay.
Yes. And we get the was it Seth Rogen? Or Seth
Zach Braff.
Zach Braff as the
weird mole guy.
The mole guy driving a truck and says, "Oh, I'm glad the Empire's here. It's great."
Right. Yeah. Zach Braff playing Space Uncle.
Yeah. I thought
the guy you never want to fucking visit.
Yeah, he was problematic from get-go. People were like, "Oh, he's so friendly." I'm like, this motherfucker isn't friendly. He's just driving a truck.
No. He's friendly in that really awkward, like, I'm not allowed to notice the "Make Mapuza Great Again" flag sitting on the back of that fucking truck.
Yeah, that was an awkward. And props to them for leaning into the awkwardness.
Oh yeah, no, they definitely did a great job there. Also, the idea that Padme's kid is already smarter than Obi-Wan.
Yeah. My daddy used to take me here and talk about it all the time, so I wanted to see it. And blah, 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 blah.
Right.
You've done this before.
Right. Yo, you've been kidnapped before. Like, all I can hear in my head, because it's been going around with like fucking Instagram memes, is that Family Guy voiceover, like, "First time for you." Like, no. Yeah.
Something goes wrong. They run into Tala from Game of Thrones. She's an undercover operative that they were supposed to meet, but she got sidetracked or something. Anyway, she saves them in this bunker. She's like, "All right, hang out here for a while. When it's time to go."
Right. And then they get to hang out with the Fox NFL on Sunday robot. That fucking robot. The second that robot showed up, I shouted, "Holy shit! The Fox NFL on Sunday robot!" My wife's like, "God fucking damn it, you just ruined this for me." Because
he was so good.
Right. He was so good.
He's so good.
Right. Yeah. And big surprise, he knows how to fucking protect defense.
Yeah. The stormtroopers go in. They're like, "Open the door." He opens the door and he has a fucking wrench behind his back. Ready to throw down.
Just ready to just nonchalant pull a fucking Vin Diesel on everybody.
Never mind. He's a loader robot, so he could just pick one up and go spoosh.
Right. Well,
But
that's the thing
also
is, I don't know if he has clamping ability. I know he's got lifting ability. So in theory, what he could actually do would be lift and then just toss him into the ceiling.
He was a delight.
Yeah.
I love that. Obi gets a bad feeling about this, and our boy Darth motherfucking Vader decides, "I'm tired of waiting." So he comes down to the planet. He starts choking the shit out of people. Like, he grabs a lady, force grabs a lady, chucks her aside, grabs some dude, snaps his motherfucking neck, just walks around just murking people.
You know what I've realized that Obi-Wan is? It's a Die Hard movie. Because literally, like, Obi-Wan gets drug into this. He's like, "Why's it got to be me? What's this got to do with me?" and then gets fucking drug in with it because it's Leia, and he gets drug into all these fucking situations by his kids or his wife or whatever it is.
Yeah. Obi-Wan confronts Vader. Vader's like, you suck. I'm just going to melt you. So he creates a big fire, and instead of just snapping Obi-Wan's neck, he throws Obi-Wan into the fire.
You know what? That's the thing. Like, it's the most Alan Rickman that Darth Vader's been, because he wants a bit of pomp and circumstance. Like, I want you to suffer.
I'm gonna get you with a spoon.
Right. Yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah.
Like, all right, get after it.
And because he uses fire instead of just running a bitch through, Obi is saved by Tala, I think.
Yeah, but also, of course, he's going to use fire. What did Obi-Wan do to him?
Yeah, that's true.
He burned his bitch ass up.
That's because
that's what you get.
Vader is the emoest sad boy, and so he's going to use all of
No, he's Jeremy Irons in Die Hard with a Vengeance. He is taking out fucking McClane the same way. That's the idea. You get what you give. The New Radicals covered this in song, in delightful Canadian song.
So Tala and Obi escape, but Leia is captured by Reva. Boo. End of episode 3. It's all right.
Oh no, how's Leia gonna get away?
Yeah.
Like parts of this really did feel like the fucking the Patton Oswalt, like Dukes of Hazzard thing. Be like, oh, them Duke boys gonna get out of this bucket of syrup. Like, right, just Leia jumps a speeder over the fucking Dune Sea and just
Oh, them Duke boys.
Right, yeah. Oh, them Skywalker kids, how are they going to get out of this one?
That is why I'm glad I waited to the end to watch all of this, because then I was like, man, next.
Right. And this is the thing is, I watched every episode as it came out.
Oh boy, I applaud you, because that is patience. I did not have any. I was
not patience. I didn't have any other fucking episodes. And new Star Wars, I didn't want anything ruined for me, because God forbid they ended up having something really fucking cool, and it'd be like, fuck, like riding a Rancor. I didn't want to miss that shit.
Rancor riding is amazing.
Rancor, like, not since Kenner made the toys was I so fucking excited about a Rancor.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Right.
Oh my God.
Right. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what little nugget of deliciousness from the fucking Star Wars universe is going to happen. So guess what? When they're airing, we're watching. I don't trust the internet.
Yeah, I agree with you. Episode 4. They go to the Fortress Inquisitus and
Solitude,
and Obi-Wan rescues Leia. Hides her in his jacket.
With quite literally the greatest and worst allegory for how big and deep the Jedi go. We literally have an iceberg fortress where you can only see the giant pyramid just poking above the water, and then the realization of how deep does this rabbit hole go? Yeah. So deep. It's almost like they're burying Star Cruisers, and when we throw the Emperor down a shaft, nothing will fucking matter.
Oh, this is the episode where we see the trophy of corpses, the corpse room, where all of their kills are stored in amber or something like that.
Oh yeah.
In a pose of their last murder, like
right, because they saw Jurassic Park, and they're like, if it works for mosquitoes,
not for nothing.
I'm just saying.
They zoom in on a youngling with that oversized hat, just like, and it's supposed to be an emotional moment, and it gives you a lot of time to contemplate just how stupid that hat looks.
There's that. Also, did they pose him, or more fun idea? Is there an amber gun?
Yeah, that's the question. Do they kill him, bring back the body, and then like
casting carbonite?
Yeah,
like you did,
or like pose it?
Or does this thing actually shoot? Also, are you required to play 311 while you use this gun? Like, I don't know.
Also,
right. It's the color of your energy, or at least it will be when I'm done.
Order 66. Does that include, okay, once you killed them, bring them all to our home base so we can play statue?
We can pose them.
So we can pose them.
Right.
Or is it their Force Ghost caught in amber at the last? I don't know.
No, now you're getting into some Ghostbusters territory, and that's a fandom I want no fucking part of.
It was gross and unnecessary, but also ponderous.
I think this is just lazy taxidermy.
Lazy space taxidermy.
Yeah, lazy space taxidermy.
Tala, she retains her security clearance.
Mm-hmm.
And Reva confronts Tala and says, "You're a spy." And Tala says, "Yeah, I'm a spy. I'm a spy for you."
In one of the greatest fucking what? Fuck you. Yeah. Am I a spy? You bet your ass I am. I'm the greatest spy you got, Blady. Fucking, you know what? High five me. No, it's fine. I got this. Yeah. High fiving myself.
That was
show of hands. Yeah. Who's the greatest double agent in the fucking empire?
It's your girl, Tala.
Right.
Fuck you.
I might pull a rotator cuff trying to get my hand up.
Yeah.
Just to prove a point.
I really liked that part.
That was, you know what that was? There are moments in this show that remind me of old 60s and 70s television, because that felt like some Get Smart shit.
Yeah. You're a spy. Duh.
Right. Right. Like, honestly, if her shoe would have rung, or if she'd been like, "I have a question to ask you. Come here. Lower the cone of silence."
Yeah. The way they escape is fine. The snow speeders rescue them.
Cool.
They're great.
It's always nice to see a vehicle that we deemed a snow thing getting used other places, because they just called them speeders.
The speeders.
And I wasn't paying attention to what we were talking about. So I thought we were when she said speeders, I thought we were talking speeder bikes.
Yeah.
Not realizing. So the second the ships showed up, I was like, oh. Okay. And just we were good. Moving on.
The thing I don't get, they didn't really do anything to the hangar. They shot them and then they left. Were there still ships in the hangar? I'm assuming the Inquisitors have other ships that could.
I have no idea. I think it was in another hangar or whatever it is. I think that's a Mario situation where it's congratulations, you defeated Bowser. Your princess is in another castle.
We're not we're fine.
Right.
We're
just
fine. We're
just
fine.
fucking ironically, just sorry. Wait, do we already miss the part where we introduced O'Shea Jackson Jr.?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Right.
In the beginning of this, they're on the planet with the path.
That's right. Yeah.
And
because I fucking love that guy in everything he's done. And just the second he showed, I was like, shit, yeah.
He was good. I like
right. Because he's the sweetest human being, and I know who his dad is, and that confuses me down in McCore. In my tum-tums, I don't understand how that a man who judges whether or not it's a good day if he uses his AK can spawn the sweetest fucking child. And then that guy's like, well, I'm going to save the galaxy again.
Yeah.
Just another day and being me. Am I right? And just fucking walks away blasting NWA. And you're like, oh, fuck just happened?
The cast is great.
The cast is great.
I wish there were. I honestly, I feel like this show should have been about everybody else, because we already know what's going to happen to Obi and Leia.
Right, and this is my problem though, is that because of the foil and the thing that the person that Obi-Wan cares about most, we know is going to be fine. There are no stakes. Yeah. It's bothersome to me.
That's just the way. Okay. I know a lot. I know the internet. I know
say this is the way.
This is the way. I know the internet had a problem with Obi hiding Leia in his jacket, but that was fucking hysterical. What is wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? Like
That's
a 60s TV show.
Yeah, it's
right.
funny as shit. It's funny as shit.
Right.
Do you have no joy?
Also, He managed to steal in front of everyone daily. Are you telling me that he can't pull off the two kids stacked in a trench coat? Fuck off. Dude quite literally can make people levitate.
Yeah.
Can do quite literally the thing called the Jedi mind trick. But somehow the idea that like these same assholes who were mad about that would be like, Obi-Wan's great, but he couldn't get any sort of fucking snacks into a movie theater. They definitely see the bulge in his pockets and be like, sir, are those jujubes from outside of the theater? Like, fuck off. Fuck off.
Oh, man. All right. Episode 5.
Obi gets his groove back.
Obi gets his groove back. I'm trying to read the description. Vader promotes Reva to Grand Inquisitor.
Right.
She lays siege to the path. The base. There's a base. They're hanging out at the base.
We learn about her obvious but inevitable betrayal.
Obi confronts her. Like, there's a door. They're about to blow open the door. Obi says, hold on. Let me talk to Reva. Hey, what's going on? And Reva's like, yeah, what?
Right. Secret time.
It's secret time.
Right. Like, God damn it. If you haven't watched, I think it's the most recent Burt Kreischer thing on Netflix, you need to do that because him doing secret time is one of my favorite things on the planet. But basically, Obi-Wan kind of did secret time. He was like, hey, secret time. Anakin Skywalker's Darth Vader. And she's like, I fucking know, dipshit. Fuck, I thought that was a bigger secret. Shit.
She's like, where were you?
Palpatine's the Emperor. Fucker, come on. Give me another one.
Program.
Yeah. Let me guess. Luke's with Owen and Beru.
Reva. Obi-Wan figures out that Reva is. So there's a character in Gundam, Shara's Aznable.
Put a timeout real quick. I need to turn the fan on. I'm way too fucking warm. Sorry if you guys can hear it. I don't care.
Oh, okay. My fan has been on. But this is for everyone else who, well, I should wait till Brandon gets back. But Reva reminds me of a character in Gundam, Shar Aznable. So there's a character in Gundam, Shar Aznable. Okay. He is the main antagonist for the lead in the first Gundam series.
Okay.
But it turns out that he only took on the mantle of Shar Aznable to get close to the leader of the bad guys because the leader of the bad guys killed his father. So Char's whole
fucking Inigo Montoya's that shit, huh?
So Char joined the bad guys so he could become the best ace pilot, right? Get close to the evil family and fucking murk them.
Yeah,
so Reva is doing
like the third Iron Eagle movie that didn't end up happening, where the kid ends up bombing the White House. It didn't actually happen. It's a made up. I just don't understand how a kid who's not part of the military manages to steal an F-16 not once but twice. His dad, that kid's dad, and Liam Neeson's daughter are the most kidnapping ass motherfucking people on the planet.
Oh man. Darth Vader says, fuck it, I'm gonna kill them myself. They launch a shuttle or a spaceship. He's like, no, you don't.
Okay, one, that was cool. Two, Darth Vader doing the whitest shit humanly possible. Of being like, oh God, of course I send the help to go do this and I just have to go do it myself. No, it's fine. Stay over there. Yeah. And
so he crushes one ship and there's a ship behind him.
Which somehow he manages not to catch and or crush.
That's what I was thinking.
Like
the entire time.
Like he's the George fucking W. Bush of goddamn Empire.
I got
like, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me, fuck. Disappeared. Like, just
that's the thing. I was like, they didn't launch as he was crushing. They launched after it was crashed.
In all fairness, who's the biggest badass in Jurassic Park? Muldoon.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How'd he go? Clever girl. Same thing.
They clever girl did their
They
escape.
clever girl his ass.
Clever
Right.
girl
Like,
their escape.
right. Right. And I refuse to believe in this, in all of fandom, that Darth Vader is a bigger badass than Muldoon. That dude went raptor hunting in those shorts.
That's true.
Fuck off with that.
The great reveal at the end of this episode. Haha, the Grand Inquisitor isn't dead, and Darth Vader stabs Reva in the tummy tum.
Right. Yeah.
Apparently, if you are in the Sith, you don't need your tummy tum because Darth Maul stabbed through the tummy tum, still alive. Inquisitor stabbed through the tummy tum, still alive. Reva stabbed through the tummy tum. In episode 6, we find out Reva still alive. However, if you are a Jedi and you get stabbed in the tummy tum, you gone. Qui-Gon Jinn stabbed in the tummy tum, dead.
No. Force Ghost. Dead plus.
Dead plus. Dead plus.
Dead plus.
Dead plus.
Also, you use a lightsaber. It cauterizes the wound.
That's true.
So
that's true.
Fuck it. It's not an actual blade.
That's true. That's
like
true.
so you're sealing shit up. And depending on where you get stabbed, right? Liam Neeson, that guy's a tall drink of water. Stabbing him, you could have caught a bile duct or something like that. Catching her, you could have caught something totally different. Different build.
Yep.
Different build.
Yep. But yeah, OG Inquisitor is back and says bye-bye.
Right.
So sad. Goodbye.
Sure. Right.
Fine. All right. Final episode. Is this the one where we have the flashback to Anakin and Obi fighting as with their...
Yeah. On the I can't tell if it's Naboo or not. I assume it is.
Yeah.
So I guess this is while Anakin is actively fucking Natalie Portman, but we're not supposed to know that he's actively fucking Natalie Portman, but also Hayden Christensen aged in the same sense that the guy from Tokyo Drift aged.
Yes.
Where he went from because has it been 20 years?
It's been a while.
Because it looks like when you look at Hayden, it looks like it's been 20 years, and Obi-Wan looks like it's been 4.
Yes.
Obi-Wan has aged like the finest of wines.
Maybe it's because of the hate.
Maybe it's because he's worked.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, sorry. Is it too soon to burn Hayden Christensen? I forgot. Yeah. Sorry. Didn't mean to fuck with your sacred cow. My bad.
That might be true.
My bad.
Yeah. So they intercut this with the last fight. This I have to be honest with you. By this episode, I kind of tuned out. Story-wise, I knew where it was going.
Here's what you need to know. They went out of their way to put the reflection of everything in the fucking lenses in Vader's helmet and every reflective surface, and it looked fucking spectacular.
Did it?
Visually, you should go back and give that a spin, because visually I was genuinely impressed with the light effort that they put into everything, because it is such a dark scene.
It is so fucking dark
that the lightsabers are the only light, and it creates this really beautiful visual that happens there, because we all know that now what we're watching, by the way, the reason I'm okay with watching this show, it's pro wrestling.
It is pro wrestling.
It's pro wrestling.
And I'm good with that.
I know there are no real consequences here, so I'm here for the story arc, the subsequent side characters who may work a match or two and I'll never see them again. So I got to enjoy them while I got them. And then what happens with Big Match John at the end? That's what's going to happen, right? It's Big Match John and Triple H. They're throwing down. I'm going to see a pedigree. I'm going to get a 5-knuckle shuffle. I know what's about to happen.
Yeah. I did like this fight reminded me of the Airbender fight, Fire Lord Ozai and Aang.
Yeah.
Except the Fire Lord Ozai versus Aang was a lot better. But the rock chucking, I thought that was great.
The rocks were rad.
We don't get enough of Jedi using their environment to fuck with you. And I thought that was great. That was great.
It's interesting because Obi-Wan learned from Dooku on that one.
Yep.
And it was really kind of interesting to see, because like it makes me wonder if you go back and look at it. I wonder how close the fights that they had with Dooku versus Obi-Wan's movements are similar.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Because I assume as you get older, that's when you start just throwing shit for funsies.
Woo.
Right. Because when they were younger, it was lightsabers for fucking every. Right. Yeah. And swinging shit around.
First thing Dooku does is like, I'm going to chuck this at you.
Right. What's Mace Windu do? Fucking knocks down all the droids with the Force, then cuts fucking what's-his-fuck's head off, and then walks away.
Yeah. You get efficient as you get older.
Right.
You get efficient with the sword.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Like,
because why? Because you have to breathe harder, unlike fucking fucking brought that bitch around. Fucking brought that bitch around.
Yeah. Reva goes after Luke. I don't care.
Yeah, sure. All right. Like, it's interesting that we get to see more of the house.
Yeah, sure.
There's a weird Simpsons house logic with that house, though, because I don't understand what's up with the floor plan. But then I realized, like, most of it's underground, so I don't get to find out.
Reva survives everything. She hands in her sword.
Yeah.
Which I guess she needs a sword.
Why?
Give her a sword.
What? Right.
Give her a show. Give her a sword.
Give her a show. Give her a sword.
Give her a show. Give her a sword. Give her a yellow blade.
Let her just randomly start fucking up like if we pick up where she's just pissing off Darth Vader over and over and over again with all of her random hijinks and antics.
Yes. I know I can't beat him, but I can fuck with him.
Right. Right. It's the most passive aggressive fucking thing she can do.
Yeah. I'm with that.
We finally get to see other planets, and she just randomly starts fucking with stormtroopers or whatever it is. Like her using the Force to take one stormtrooper's hand and just put it on another one's ass and watch the two of them be like, dude, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, give her a show. If this was all a setup to give her a show,
sure,
I'm good.
Sure. I mean, the internet's going to lose its fucking tits if they do that, but I'm super here for it.
I loved her. Like that character was great.
Yeah.
We got a good arc,
Maybe she goes wandering around looking for the other younglings.
Yeah. Or maybe she tries to convert some of the other Inquisitors. Because you're right. We don't know how many Inquisitors there are. We do get a sense that some of them were former Jedi who may have been trained by the Jedi. So maybe she's going to try to maybe we get more Sung Kang. Sung Kang versus the third sister.
A little bit. Well,
all of that.
Little bit. I'm going to be torn because if we lose Han again, I don't know how I'm going to fucking deal with it.
Yeah, but maybe she's able to turn him.
I don't know, man. He feels like the ultimate long-term foil for that group.
Yeah, I do want to see both of them face off.
He's too much like fucking Starscream to ever really turn.
Yeah. But yeah, I want more of them. Like there's more Inquisitor shit.
Yeah.
Like Reva versus the Inquisitors. I'm there for all of that. That. I saw a couple of reviews where people were whining that Luke didn't get to do anything.
Good.
And I was like,
he's a fucking child.
Yeah, but you had 3 movies.
That.
Yeah, you had 3 movies of Luke doing everything.
Right. Fuck off with I got no time for Goku. I got no time for Superman. I got no time for fucking Luke Skywalker. Take you bullshit, low-key racist, poor dad being an ass, and fuck right off. Because Luke can't even bother to be a decent uncle.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
That's how shit a dad Luke is. He can't even be a fucking funkle. He literally hands children swords and still can't be cool.
Yeah.
Walking around all fucking douchebag Renfest and shit, looking like a goddamn LARPer. I'm sorry, master. You must forgive me. And then spins around like a douchebag, cutting up fucking milk jugs full of water and shit. Like,
Oh, I forgot. The end. Obi-Wan. Oh, so throughout this entire series, Obi-Wan's been trying to talk to Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
Finally, the plan kicks in. His SIM card works. He's picked up by the network. Qui-Gon shows up and is like, you weren't ready. Let's go.
And do what? And do what? What? Because how is the first conversation with him not the last one? Holy tits, were you wrong about that kid? Talk about dies for nothing. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
like I know I'm gonna suddenly right. Like I get the idea that long term I'm gonna end up a pile of laundry on some starship somewhere, but fucking hell, did you ruin your shit for nothing? 3 movies of Jar Jar for fucking nothing.
Off into the sunset.
Qui-Gon is equally one of the coolest characters immediately by doing the fucking shit with the lightsaber through the door. And I remember being like, holy fucking shit, this is cool. And then all of a sudden he's like Jar Jar Watto, Anakin. And you're like, fucking Christ. Is there anyone that you don't meet who's either awful or a racist stereotype or fucking both?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah. He had one talent and it wasn't picking good people.
Right. Yeah. Are your midi-chlorians set to bad casting? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. All right. That's the end. Leia decides that she's okay with being a princess if she can be cool.
I love the idea of this being a coming of age story for Leia to accept that she's rich.
Yeah. I get to be a princess and eventually there's going to be a blaster in this holster.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Like,
yeah. I think that there wasn't enough for a series. I think this could have been a movie.
I think it'd be too much for a movie.
I think maybe, well, I don't know. It felt long for me, and I don't know if it's just because I watched it all at once, but it did feel a little long.
I think that's going to be the case. By the way, if you're going to have a movie, you're not going to have him take on Darth Vader at the end. It's not going to be, no one's going to watch it.
Yeah, that's true.
The miniseries in your living room and it being in 6 parts means that you're going to watch it and you're not going to be upset, or at least not terribly upset, when it ends up not delivering exactly what you expected because you knew exactly what you were getting into.
Yeah.
If I had to pay $16.50 and go to a fucking theater for that, fuck off.
Well, then maybe cut an episode, because I don't know. There was something about it that felt long to me.
I think you needed more, and you needed to give Obi-Wan someone else to give a shit about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as campy and like, you know, traditional as it might sound, how about a love interest? How about not involving Leia? How about... Yeah.
Right, I was hoping Tala would have made it because I was like, this could be a thing.
How about fucking Obi-Wan's buddy on Coruscant, the one who runs the fucking diner?
Yeah.
Because he's the one guy he seems to trust and have a friend. And that guy, and that guy happens to know where Obi-Wan is. He never tells anybody, but he knows. And the last thing you see, we make it like a goddamn horror film. If you want to set the Inquisitors after Obi-Wan, and we know that he's not going to die, but we're going to find out who he's going to kill, you set one of the Inquisitors after that guy, you torture that guy, and he gives up the goods. Yeah. He says he's on Tatooine. And that's why the Inquisitors suddenly show up in force and they start yelling immediately in the middle of a town square, lopping heads off.
Yeah.
I want Obi-Wan and I will kill everyone in my sight until I see him. Click. Right. Everyone. I want Obi-Wan Kenobi. If you know him, if you see him, if you smell him, if you bring him to us, we will stop killing loved ones. But either you're going to tell us where he is, or we're going to find someone who you care enough about and kill them so you do. Mm-hmm. It's your choice which one of your loved ones dies first.
Yeah.
And you just make the Empire exactly what it is, an awful, fascist, ridiculous regime set on nothing but blood and domination, and you give Obi-Wan a reason to fucking fight.
Yeah. This series seemed like a fetch quest, like
you could have made this into a similar thing to like the first Captain America movie where he's got the Howling Commandos or whatever. Like,
yeah,
it could have been the guys he worked with at the fucking weird sushi thing where they're a ragtag bunch of guys and they find out the Ben is Obi-Wan. But at this point now, he's protected them against other things. He's stolen for them. He's helped them get raises. He's helped them out. And now they don't want to lose their Jedi friend. Yeah. And now against their odds, they got a fucking full-on Dwayne Johnson in the fucking rundown and just right. I don't like who I am when I use guns, when I use blasters, but I'm going to save old Ben. And next thing you know, you find out like one of them is a former, you add Commander Cody. Oh, you let one of the stormtroopers be one of the old clone troopers be one of those guys.
Yeah. Do you remember that in the second episode, there was that burnt out clone trooper begging for money?
Right.
I thought that could have gone somewhere.
I thought that was somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could have had something more where we had a character who could have been interesting.
Yeah. I do like Reva. I do like what they did with Reva. I'm excited for more of her, but I don't know. I kind of agree with you. I feel like having Leia in there, as amazing as she was, it took all the stakes out. And not to say that there were any stakes anyway.
No, but there should have been.
We didn't get enough new characters that we didn't know. Like we didn't have new characters that were like, I'm unsure if this one is going to make it or not.
We did. We spent too much time dealing with the characters we already did know.
Yeah. I mean,
once again, we spend too much time focusing on a Skywalker and not enough time building the world of everyone else around them.
Yeah.
And we end up suffering because now we got a little bit. We got the Inquisitors, which were rad. We got all of the other people around them. We got Fox NFL Sunday Robot. Like we got some really cool characters that could have done so much more. But instead, Leia, while a great cast, has to spend half of the fucking show chewing scenery and throwing one-lines at the most lost fucking Obi-Wan. Like he's a dad in a laundry detergent commercial, or he's like, I don't understand how this bin cycle works. There's just too much soap. Lightsaber. Like, what the fuck?
I don't understand.
Right. Yeah.
I don't understand.
Right. It suddenly turns into fucking Carol Channing. Just, I don't understand.
I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, I'm there with you.
Yeah. I again, the world building and yada, yada, yada. All Star Wars is good Star Wars. I wanted more of this. I'm not surprised I didn't get it. That's okay. Moving on.
Next, I think the next one up is Andor, the Andor show.
Yeah, the Andor show, the one that you don't give a shit about.
I don't give a shit about. And then Keith was texting us and he said that Mon Mothma is going to be in it.
Yeah.
I do like me some Mon Mothra.
Yeah, I know. I fucking love Godzilla.
Yeah. I love me some Godzilla, some Ghidorah.
Yeah.
If this is the Star Wars crossover that we're getting fucking if Cassian Andor reports to the Shobajin, the Mothra twins, the Mon Mothra twins, yeah, man, I'm telling you right now, I'm fucking there. Now I give a shit about Cassian Andor.
I know how to get me I know my audience. A one Jamie Noguchi I can write for.
I want a Mothra. I want a fucking giant. I want a larval form. I want a like this form. I want an armored form.
Big flying ass
fucking wings. Fucking henshin.
Hell yeah.
Armored form.
Hell yeah.
A powered up form.
Hell yes.
I'm there.
Yeah, again, I come back to my statement. All Star Wars is good Star Wars, and a Star Wars without a Skywalker is an even better Star Wars.
I agree with that. And that's why I'm kind of excited about where Taika Waititi says he's going. Because he's said, like, I'm not interested in picking up any of these old threads. We're going to do some new shit.
Yeah. The only thing that makes me sad is that means no Donnie Yen.
That's true.
Which,
see, that's what I
know. The only thing that I can hope is that movie and them in that movie are like Jawas. If we got more of them, someone's going to ruin it.
Yeah. I would be happy if they show up in the Andor series and like a scene. I don't need a big scene. I just need a scene.
Right.
Like Andor passes them and they're there. They're hanging out with each other. And that's it. That's all we got. I'll be fine with that.
Just right. They happen to walk in, like Cassian walks into the bar. They look up, see him, go right back to what they're doing, and we move on from it. Be like,
I'm there. I'm there. That's all I need.
Yeah.
I don't need a lot.
The problem is, I think that's going to make them Chekhov's Asians, which means they're going to show up at the end to help everything out. Like,
oh my God.
Which honestly, I'm kind of here for.
I kind of honestly, that would be great.
I also like that I've given you something new to use.
Oh man. So, Brandon.
Yeah.
I guess that's it. All Star Wars is good Star Wars.
At that guy Chalmers on Instagram. Where can they find you, Jamie?
At Jamie Noguchi on Instagram, Twitter, Angry Zen Master, and wherever finer podcasts are sold. And go, if you don't like this one, there's a lot more Star Wars that you probably do like. So just watch that shit.
Sure. Go watch New Hope again, you cuck.
Oh, that one last thing. I was gonna, and I don't know if I have the stamina, but I was gonna go back and watch all of the live action Star Wars in order.
Yeah. Wait, hang on. In release order?
No. In chronological order, because my thought was if I'm coming into the series and I'm watching it in chronological order, maybe I don't know anything about Leia. I don't know anything about Luke. So when I come to Obi-Wan, maybe there's stakes. Maybe I don't know that they're gonna
wait. Hang on. So in theory, you're going to watch.
It would be the
prequels.
Prequels. Solo. Obi-Wan.
Man, I'm going to need a fucking flow chart.
Yeah, hold on. I wrote this down somewhere.
I'm gonna need a flow chart. Also, this feels like a hefty sort of thing because I've done the social experiment with an ex about watching the prequels before the original trilogy, and they like the prequels better.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Here's the order. I'm not doing the animated stuff because it's
it's too much.
It's too much. But okay, so Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
Then Solo apparently is next.
Okay.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay.
Rogue One.
Okay.
New Hope.
Okay.
Empire Strikes Back.
All right.
Jedi.
Okay.
Mando, all of those seasons. Boba Fett. And then the sequel trilogy.
How the fuck is Boba Fett in that Sarlacc pit that long?
I'm not sure.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, there's him in the Sarlacc pit was a flashback. Maybe he spends a lot of time with the Tusken Raiders and the time dilation.
Okay,
weird.
Maybe. Okay, fair enough.
But that's the list that I found somewhere.
Okay.
And in between, they had all the animated stuff, and I'm like, I don't have a whole year to do this. I was trying to do it in like a couple of weeks.
Wait, okay, so what's the last thing you get to watch?
The last thing would be Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
But I posited this to myself. If I didn't know about the fate of the Skywalker twins, if I didn't know about Luke and Leia, would Obi have more of an impact? And so I was like, what if I start over? And I was like,
yeah, of course it would.
Yeah.
You don't need to rewatch all of those to do that math, Jimmy.
But Brandon.
Now, if you're saying I want to go back and rewatch all of these to see if the story makes more cohesive sense and decide whether or not I like all of them, what I ask of you is that you put a rating on each one of these properties and or each season before you get started, and you seal that in an envelope. And we do an old Johnny Carson bit where you go through and you write it down, like tonight, you write down all of those, right? And you give a score out of 10. No half points, just 1 being absolutely drizzling shits and 10 being the greatest Star Wars adventure you could possibly imagine, okay?
Yeah.
And then seal that watch everything. Then, after you've watched everything, you don't get to put notes down or anything else like that.
Yeah.
Once you get done, then same fucking list. Write them down. You bring them on here and you date it. On this day, I thought this thing was this, and now I watched it, and holy shit, does it get way worse?
Yeah, I did not enjoy the prequels, but the last time I watched the prequels, more of the political shit resonated with me, and it was scary how like it reflected what was going on.
Yeah, and that's part of why I like
really
those.
like.
No, that's part of why I liked them, because it was like, you know what? Maybe this writing isn't so fucking bad.
Yeah, I was like, shit.
Right.
Padme dropping truth bombs.
Right. Yeah.
She's like
weird
bam,
that way, huh?
Bam.
Yeah, I think you do it. I think you write it down. I think you put a score on it. And then I think you find out what's going on. And I think there are going to be some outliers that you think are way better than, like, I'm convinced Solo right now for you is a 5. I think it looks kind of neat, and it's fun that it introduces Chewbacca and everything else like that, but you can give a fuck less about Han Solo. And on the whole, it didn't bother you, but also you could take it or leave it and you would never buy it.
Well, Solo, when I saw it, because I saw it on Disney Plus, because I was like, oh, here it is.
Right.
I felt like as if you didn't know anything about Star Wars and this was just a good old stupid sci-fi movie, it'd be fine.
Right.
It would be fine. It would be on the lines of, like, you know, I'm trying to think of a one-off. It's not as good as like a.
It's John Carter. It's better than John Carter.
Yeah, it's better than John Carter.
Like, let's set a really high bar. It's better than John Carter.
It looks better than The Last Starfighter. Like, you know.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
It would be in that lineup. Like, you know, you would see it on an indie night, indie sci-fi night at some shit theater where you can like throw beer at the screen.
Right.
And it would be a good time. It would be a good time. You got your Khaleesi. How can you go wrong with your Khaleesi?
Exactly. Right.
Like fucking Amelia Clark.
All right. But I bet if you go back and watch it now, I bet it goes up easily 2 points.
Oh yeah.
So I'm curious about your love of the most hated properties. And then what I'd like for us to do is publish it. And then everywhere we publish it, we tag a 1 Marty Day and a 1 Alex Kazanis, because I want them to respond on every medium humanly possible. Because there's no one who hates the prequels more than those two, other than maybe Michael Bracco. Yeah. And I want to at all of them. I want their internet fucking rage.
Yeah. We'll see.
I want to spread it over toast.
Yeah. Because I at this point, I don't give a shit about how it looks. Like
you do. You
like
will at least.
The effects and stuff. I mean, I'm fine with stuff looking whatever. It's Star Wars. It's fine.
Right.
Like, you know, you got a chrome ship. That's badass. Come on.
Fuck yeah, it is. Naboo has the greatest ship designs of the fucking galaxy. I need to be done with this podcast.
Also, it's clean. It's clean.
It's clean. So it's retro 1950s proper fucking sci-fi with the fins all over the place. And it's designed the way the cars were designed best in the best design era humanly possible. It's not that 90s bubble malaise bullshit that we have going on. And that's why every fucking cruiser and everything else like that. Oh, we designed an oval. Okay, I guess we're the rebels. Okay, we designed a triangle. Okay, I guess we're the Empire. Like, fuck. God, this lazy ass motherfuck. God, that's why the TIE fighters are only kind of cool, because we took, guess what, 2 shapes and managed to fucking turducken them shits together. Right. Anyway, have yourselves a great fucking week and be kind to one another. Oh, by the way, homework assignment. You have to do something genuinely nice for somebody. You're in line somewhere and you're going to get a 6-pack. The person behind you getting a 6-pack, You buy their beers. Have a good night. Pay it forward. I did it the other day. I picked up a bottle of bourbon. There was a nice couple behind me. They were getting a 12-pack. I looked back. I went, hey, throw their beers on there for me. They looked at me like I had something growing out of my fucking head. And like, seriously? And I said, yeah. And I bought their beers and they looked at me confused. And I was like, pay it forward. Have yourselves a great night. And as I'm getting into the car, they go walking by, big smiles, holding the beer on one side, hands hauled on the other. They were both on their phones when they were in line, not paying attention to each other. They're walking out, holding hands together. Aww. I don't know if I caused that, but maybe just a little bit of fucking kindness in the world might mean that you perk somebody's night up. And fucking Christ, do we all need a little bit of a pick-me-up? So if you've got the cash to spend $10 on somebody, do something fucking nice. Don't do it in a drive-through or whatever it is. Give them an opportunity to hear it and know the kindness and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Pay it forward, kids.
Take care of each other. Yeah.
We fucking need it because God knows anybody else going to fucking bother.